Exercise. Increase energy use one expenditure. Large lungs and stronger heart. It helps energize the organ systems by delivering more oxygen to all tissues and organs, including the brain. It helps regulate digestive system and hunger. Helps prevent declining BMR while weight loss. Reduce stress and anxiety and alleviates depression. Aids in relaxation. Sleep soundly. Reduces cardiovascular disease risk and type 2 diabetes, improves strength and flexibility, increases self confidence and self esteem. How to organize exercise. Use large muscles in rhythmic, sustainable fashion. Be safe and adaptable to physical limitations. Be pleasant and consciousness, and don't treat it as a chore. Be intense enough to elevate your pulse rate into training range. Exercise 3 to 5 times per week in adequate duration to burn 300 kilocalories each time. Start slow, listen to your body, inform yourself. Step by step. Number 1, warm up. Number 2, stretch the muscles you're using. Number 3, aerobic exercise, which is burning fat. Number 4, strength training, flexibility, lightweight, and fast reps. Strength, heavyweight, slow reps. Protagonist and antagonist. Number 5, cool down after aerobics. Number 6, stretch after workouts. Weight loss programs to avoid. Number 1, programs that promote rapid weight loss. Most weight loss is water. Keto acid buildup, dehydration, causes food craving, irritability, psychological stress and mood swings. It causes weight cycling, and gain of one loss, and overall weight gain. Psychological issues with heart and liver disease, higher death rate. Number 2, very low calorie diets, which are 400 to 800 kilocalories a day. Self cannibalization, only recommended for obese, destroys organs, wastes the body's protein. Number 3 is drugs, poor long term success, many are dangerous. Number 4, surgery. It alters the stomach and intestines, reduces food intake, or interferes with food absorption. Only recommended for obese people that cannot lose weight. Lipotomy, lipectomy. Cutting off fat interferes with the set point theory because when you remove from one area, it shows up somewhere else. The vitamin B7 biotin. The function it involves in starting the Krebs cycle, involved in synthesis of glycogen, fat, and DNA. The deficiency is depression, hallucination, weakness, numbness of appendages, hair loss, scaly rash on face, and the RED is 30 milligrams a day. The sources are liver, egg yolk, soybean, whole grain, fish, GI bacteria, cauliflower, peanuts, and cheese. Cobalamin, the B12. The function is stored in the liver, involved in energy metabolism. It activates vitamin folate, and it's involved in DNA synthesis and cell division. Aids in absorption of iron. The deficiencies are anemia, fatigue, cognitive impairment, antacids cause B12 and folate deficiencies because B12 need gastric juice to become activated. It's tingling in extremities, the motor control problems, and over 50 years old and up intake. The sources are liver, cheese, yogurt, meat, egg, ground beef, shellfish, seafood, and soybeans. Electrolytes, ions, C1, K plus, Na plus. All important in conduction of nerve impulses, helps muscle contraction, helps with kidney maintain electrolyte and fluid balance. Sodium, which is Na plus, a major source of salt, 40% Na over 60% CI. Involved in active transport of glucose and amino acids, which balances the body's pH and blood glucose. Deficiency is called hyponatremia. Overconsumption of sodium results in hypertension, 140 over 90 mmHgs. 46% of adults have hypertension. Too much Na plus also causes cardiovascular disease and or stroke, which is 2,300 milligrams a day. AI equals 150 milligrams. 90% of Americans equals 3,400 milligrams per day. 75% comes from processed foods. 15% comes from naturally occurring in food. 10% comes from salt shakers. AHO recommends DASH diet, which is fresh fruits, veggies, whole grain, low-fat dairy, poultry, fish, and nuts. Sodium forces calcium out of the body through urine. Potassium, K plus. Higher ratio of K plus and Na plus is beneficial to the BP, blood pressure. Most Americans have a diet that has half of K plus than they should. The function, it increases the rate of excretion of Na plus into urine, aids in bone health, cofactor for some enzymes, assists in sustaining a steady heart rate. Deficiency, called hypokalemia, causes vomiting, severe sweating, use of diuretics, and kidney failure. These things cause K plus deficiency. Symptoms are fatigue, muscle cramps, weakness, abnormal heart rhythms, increased calcium excretion, reduces insulin production. Resources are baked potato, whole grain, brown rice, carrots, orange juice, chicken breast, salmon, lima beans, milk, yogurt, pork loin, dried apricots, which is 1,100 milligrams. Toxicity is rare. It's mainly from dietary supplements, which cause low heart rate and abnormal heart rhythm. Chloride, C1 minus, C1 negative, found in stomach acid. Deficiency is rare. Overconsumption increased blood pressure. Calcium functions, it's mineralization of bone and teeth, muscle contraction, nerve function, blood clotting, blood pressure regulation. Deficiencies results in rickets, osteomalacia, smoking, coffee, cardio, steroid drugs increase the risk factors. Diet and exercise can help reverse effects. RDA is 1,000 milligrams a day, ages 19 through 50, 1,200 milligrams a day, ages 50 plus. The toxicity, deposits of calcium within the arteries, calcification of soft tissues, kidney stones, and it interferes with the absorption of other minerals. Sources are milk products, bones, broccoli, chard, kale, and legumes. Phosphorus. The function is the second most abundant mineral in the body. Part of the bones, teeth, cells, genetic material, and ATP. Deficiencies cause muscle weakness, bone loss. RDA is 700 milligrams a day. The toxicity, calcification of soft tissues and kidney stones. Sources are animal products. Magnesium. The function is part of the energy metabolism, and muscle contraction. Works with calcium to regulate blood pressure. The RDA is 350 milligrams a day. The toxicity is rare but causes dehydration, alkalosis, and death. The sources are nuts, grains, dark green veggies, seafood, and chocolate. Trace minerals. More than 100 a day required. Iron. The function involved in hemoglobin and myoglobin. Hemeron is easily absorbed in the body, which is animal flesh. Non-hemeron is not easily absorbed in the body, found in plants. The deficiencies called anemia causes fatigue, weakness, headache, impaired activity function, pale, concave nails, pica, inability to regulate body temperature. The RDA is 8 milligrams for male and females over 51. Females 13 to 50 years old is 18 milligrams a day. Vegetarians need 1.8 times as much. Toxicity, the GI stress, infection, fatigue, joint pain, skin pigmentation, and organ damage. The sources are red meat, poultry, fish and shellfish, eggs, legumes, fruit, liver, and parsley. Zinc. The function is involved in enzymes, immune response, sperm production, development of fetus, genetic material, and has a lot to do with insulin. The deficiencies: growth retardation, delayed sexual maturation, impaired immune responses, eye and skin lesions. The RDA is 11 milligrams a day. Toxicity, impaired immunity, low HDL. Sources are meat, shellfish, and whole grain. Iodine. The function is part of parathyroid hormone, which is important to fetal development, especially the organ systems. Deficiency: goiter and cretinism, which is mental organ growth retardation with fetus. RDA is 150 micrograms per day. The UL equals 1,100 micrograms a day, which is the upper level. Sources are salt and veggies. Selenium. The function is antioxidant that regulates thyroid hormone. Deficiency, Keyshawn disease, myocardial nervosis. RDA is 55 micrograms per day. The upper level is 400 micrograms per day. Toxicity, garlic breath, loss of fragile nail, skin rash, fatigue, nervous system disorder. The sources are Brazil nuts, fish, and meats. Fluoride. The function, it changes hydroxyapatite, fluoropatite, important 14th formation, makes bones and teeth stronger. RDA is 3.5 milligrams a day. The sources are seafood and water with fluoride.